welcome to this episode of The Morning Break, the best place for your LEGO news, rumors, opinions, and discussions here at 10:30.
Red Hulk! Oh, Hulkamania!
Yeah, we're in a red mode today.
We're both hulking out.
Which
We're
is,
angry.
I think, suitable. It's good.
It's gonna be a bad morning break.
This is the grumpiest morning break you've ever seen. Not just because Grumpy J is here.
Grumpy J here.
Yeah, he is. He certainly is. He was here.
Ugh.
He wasn't first because he's normally first.
What?
But
Who beat him to it?
It was Cross Airborne Customs and Rob Claxton.
All right,
earlier.
Cross Airborne Customs, you're getting a $1,000 gift card. No, that's not true.
You're getting a 1,000 internet cookie bundle. Okay. But no, good to see everybody. Cross Airborne Customs, T Valkyrie, Fall Equinox. Good to see you, everybody. Chris Dodson, Karen is here, Geology Joe, and then Morgan. Brick Monvier is here, of course.
Morning.
Then Corey Philbrook, Geology Joe. Hey, we got a bunch of regulars here. That's great. Scott Schiller's here, of course.
These are pretty similar. It's a yellow thing on a red shirt.
It really is. Yeah, you got the primary red with the secondary yellow and a little bit of red and other colors going on there.
Yeah, we clearly don't coordinate.
Yeah. Joe is not here. His ankle is kind of like sprained, sounds like.
Whatever.
So,
He'll be all right.
He can't be here today, but he'll hopefully be here tomorrow for tank battles. That's very important. So.
Yes, yeah.
But alternate candidates here. G Storm is here. Good to see everybody. All right.
Tomorrow's the season opener.
That's
I'm sure
a big
we'll talk
deal.
about that later.
I have some cool logos we could look at if we want to bring those out. But let's Lego Life this week before we get too far. Sometimes we accidentally skip that. Dan, you got anything important to talk about, or?
Lego Life. Just working on several slow burn projects at home, things I've been putting off for a long time that I just need to get done.
Mm-hmm.
Making instructions for things, which I always tell people I hate making instructions for my own mocks and stuff because it's a lot of what I do here at work, and so the last thing I want to do when I get home is make more instructions.
Yeah, more of the same, yeah.
I don't know how people out there just like making instructions for things for fun, and then they'll put them out on the internet for free.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I'm making instructions for something,
at least charge $1 or something.
You're gonna have to pay up for it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm working on that.
Just a bunch of little things at home.
Yep.
Me and Steven just got back from Tampa last weekend.
Nice.
Brick Fan Expo Tampa. It was a lot of fun. It all went well.
Good.
The drive there and back was perfectly great. I had cruise control on the entire time.
Excellent.
Which is fantastic. That's the best drive we've ever had to any convention ever. It was very busy. We didn't even know what was going on between the times of about 10 a.m. and about 4 or 5 p.m. Like, I don't even remember what happened. I hope I didn't, like,
You're in a daze.
spaz out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thankfully, everything went great. So our builds looked good as usual. I have a couple pictures I can show you guys.
Nice.
Normally, I don't take pictures of our area, but there's Steven's side of the things with our banner. We've also got Tron there set up, still with battlefield repairs in place for a lot of stuff.
That happens.
It works. And then Steven's Tree Guys looked great as always. And you got the volcano from Season 4 Lego Masters in the background. I put a bunch of Bionicle on top of it to make it look more interesting.
On the volcano?
People loved it. Yeah,
Nice.
on the volcano. That really spiced it up. UFOs look good. And then there's a shot at the end of the day when it started quieting down. So it was a very busy convention. A lot of fun. Went very well. So
I'm glad to see Mark Staffa got a good spot for his train.
He was front and center.
At Brick Fair, Virginia, he kind of got jammed in a corner. We
Oh,
kind of
really?
felt bad for him, yeah.
That's too bad,
He did not have a great spot.
He got front and center. So did New Ashima. Stefan's section is right behind him there. So there was some big models right at the beginning. So
Excellent.
very cool. That was my Lego life this week. I am super grateful to be back and have a little break till about next February from conventions. So
February, there you go.
Yeah.
Get some building done over the winter.
I need to. Our studio looks like a bomb went off. It just looks like everything that could possibly be disarranged has been discombobulated. So
There you go.
Yeah. So Mark takes up a notch with the red watch too. Exactly. Yeah. I even went so far as to wear my red watch.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I don't have any other red on.
I got red highlights on my shoes. This is a red day. I don't know what that means, but all right. Moving on. We've got some.
What's the thing about the Red Dawn? Isn't there a Lord of the Rings quote or something?
I think that's the communist reference. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
we're the commies.
Red Sun, Red Dawn.
No. So you guys, last week, first of all, terrible intro for you guys. But secondly, you had some cool news to talk about with the Nightmare Before Christmas.
What did we do for our intro?
You didn't do an intro. That's the funny thing.
We didn't?
No, you just like fumbled your way into the news.
Yeah, well, you know.
No, aside from that, I was just had to remark it was hilarious. But you had Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, your mark.
Remark, yes. Nightmare Before Christmas. You had some blurry pictures. Now we have nice pictures. You want to start with
Yes.
that and kind
Yeah,
of
let's
breeze
do
through
it.
these? These are now, I think, on Lego.com. If not, they're all on social media, of course, as well.
Mhm.
A much clearer view of some of the cool molds, including the dog and some of the different printed facial features.
Zero the dog is just fantastic. The not only is the nose painted orange, but it actually is like a very small pumpkin shape,
Yep.
which is what it is. So again, I still can't quite tell what here is paint or printing versus dual molding. I'm gonna assume at least one of these colors is
Hmm.
dual molded, either the black eyes, the orange nose, or the red collar.
Hmm.
I'm gonna guess one of those is not printed, but yeah, it's hard to tell.
And given how small some of those details, like the ear and the tail and stuff are, I'm guessing he's somewhat rubberized. But I could be wrong.
Yes, I'm
So,
gonna guess
yeah,
so with those long tails coming out of the head for
to
sure.
prevent that from breaking. But
Definitely, or poking kids' eyes out or
yeah,
anything.
Jack Skellington looks amazing when he's tall like that. The
Hmm.
CMF was fine, but it was definitely normal sized.
Yeah,
Wasn't as exciting. And then this guy on the right, I don't know his name, the mayor.
the mayor. Yeah,
He looks horrifying with those prints, but he looks great. I think that's a great brick built character.
yeah.
Very interesting. So, and then you can see close to the vignette there with the stuff below.
Actually, go back to those minifigs.
Oh, yeah.
Because I pulled up the. We weren't sure last week if the Sally was going to be different or the same.
So
It
it's a little
appears there
different.
are at least a handful of differences. I'm looking down at the legs.
Mhm.
Looks like some of the scars and stuff go down more onto the legs. It may be a different color too. The old one was all light aqua. I can't tell if they've just doctored
Some
the photo
sand
here or if
green
it's more of
going
a
on,
sand
maybe,
green. Yeah, so definitely is a new updated minifigure. It looks like we've got a different hair piece as well.
Mm-hmm.
So some minor updates there.
Yeah.
Still can't tell with the mayor if they've included like a second face for him. It's definitely not on like a turntable or anything that spins around.
Yeah.
But I would hope that they would include like a second face or at least printed on the back of that face.
Possibly. I would be surprised if that was printed on the back, because then you'd have a very visible two faces going on. But
That was part of his thing though, was that he had a face on both sides of his head.
Oh,
it,
he
it
did.
Would, it would literally spin around.
well, in that case, they
And he
totally
would
could.
be like angry on the other side.
Oh,
So it
okay.
could still be printed on that backside. I haven't seen anything showing that, but
Mhm.
maybe I've just not seen all the pictures.
But yeah, that looks good. You guys have talked about whether or not you'd want to get it. I probably will pass on this one because I'm not just a giant Halloween fan like some of us here at the store are. But I know this is going to be some people's favorite set ever. So
Mhm.
I think this will sell well. Let's see.
Got some nice details inside there with that Christmas tree and Jack's sort of room or lab there. I think we didn't really see those very much last week.
No, that was a little too blurry to see. But yeah, looking good. I didn't see all the comment conversation going on last week, but I'm sure some people are interested, and some people, of course, like us, aren't as interested in this theme and
Yeah.
set. But
Some other interesting things we couldn't quite tell last week. So it looks like both the moon as well as the banner on front of the like town hall or whatever are new. Either like a plastic or a vinyl piece that sort of snaps on. We
Mhm.
weren't quite sure exactly how they'd done that. So instead of brick built, it looks like I saw a picture of the back with the moon, and it's just got a little hole in the center where it looks like it, kind of snaps over a mixel ball.
nice.
And then the same thing with that orange and black sort of banner on the front. I'm not sure if it's going to be cloth or plastic, but that's how they've achieved that, which I think is pretty neat.
Mhm.
Nice to get those new elements.
Very cool. Yep. So that one, we talked about that one. Let's see what the next item of news is here. A couple people commenting that Lego's gonna break them. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
gonna break some people's banks for sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and then another thing that we've talked about in the past before, we've finally gotten some decent pictures of, is going to be the Lego Wicked sets. And there are
Yes.
4 sets, I believe. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4,
That
and
sounds right.
different sizes, different scales even, because
Mhm.
one has some large built figures, which we'll talk about in just a second. But here's the first one that came up, and I don't have the titles for these, but this is obviously the pink one arrives at the the castle of some kind.
Glinda?
Glinda, yeah, that's
And
Glinda.
Elphaba?
That sounds right. But the notable thing about this set is this is the first Lego set designed by Dave from Lego Masters Season 3.
Yes, that's right.
And it's not terrible. It's just not particularly exciting to me. I'm not a huge fan of some of the details, like the roof. I feel like that's kind of hastily finished off.
This
there.
is Glinda Elphaba and Nessa Rose at Shiz Uni
Okay,
University.
that's a way too long
A very
title.
long title. I
How
think they've
about
actually
Arrival
abbreviated
at
it.
Shiz
Sure.
University?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, $30 for this one.
Well, that's actually a decent price point. So now I'm thinking this would be a good parts pack if Ben Costu was here. I'm sure he would agree.
Yeah, it does look like there's some nice parts in it.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in there. I actually like the details on the mini doll characters. I know people don't like that. I don't mind mini dolls too much, especially in the context of like Disney princesses or Friends. They are going to appeal to little girls a lot more than a regular minifigure. So
Oh, for sure.
I think
Got some nice red foliage elements. Looks like we've got some dark turquoise, those sort of curved elements up there on the top of the roof, as well as on top of those bright light yellow columns. And then we've got two sort of patterned tiles on the front. Not sure if those are going to be stickers or prints. I don't really see anything else that looks like it would be a sticker in the set, and they are the same, so it's possible they could be prints.
If
but
those
I
are
don't know.
prints, that'd be really nice. But
Yeah,
stickers,
maybe don't hold your breath.
Yeah,
on
I
that one.
wouldn't assume that though.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Ooh, the boat piece in coral, is that new, or has that appeared in like Friends or something?
I think that's new. I think that's new. If it could have appeared in Friends before.
Okay.
But because we've gotten pink before, we've gotten white, we've gotten a couple other more feminine colors.
Yeah, white was new in the lighthouse, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. So.
Okay, it does look like there are some books on the inside that could be stickered, so I would probably lean more towards stickered on those pieces on the front.
But not bad, and also the price point didn't seem too terrible that you mentioned. What was it, 30? Yeah,
$30 for that small one. Yeah.
Next one, which is a little more scary. This is going to be what's the first one's name here? There's Glinda.
This is Elphaba and Glinda
Elphaba.
figures.
Elphaba, that's how we pronounce it. Elphaba and Glinda's figures here, and the figures are not working for me, dude. I don't know. How do you?
No, not me. Me neither. They're looking a little like God, what were those girls' dolls that had like the giant heads? Bratz dolls.
Bratz.
This is looking a little Bratz to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not digging it.
Now, I don't think they're like the worst thing that could be done, because I actually like the big witch's hat up there on the right. You can see the new horn piece being used.
That works well, but they could have just as easily put that on like a brick head, so just some other buildable Halloween character.
The faces are a little angular. They're kind of giving me those superhero buildable figures vibes.
Yeah, and I believe that is a new piece for this as well. I think New Elementary already did a little bit of a breakdown on this set.
Yeah, because the previous version of that would have had a 1x2 tile right at the forehead area, right?
Yeah.
A similar piece.
Yeah.
Honestly, they don't look disastrous, but they just don't look great. I think some people will like them, and hopefully, if they like them, we'll see more for them. But one thing that's catching my eye is the top right of the disc in the background, that window. There's that trans neon green leaves. What do you think about that, Daniel?
Not neon green, just trans green.
Trans green. Yes,
I do like those. So we've gotten the small fern leaves in satin trans pink. We've gotten the bigger fern leaves now in, what is it, satin trans blue?
Yes.
I think those are on the factory.
And I think those are in
right
pink
now
as well, too, but I'm not sure.
So I like this flatter palm leaf in a transparent color as well. You can do some really interesting things with this. I might have to revisit my cyber palm trees at some point.
This is also giving me seaweed vibes, too, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Some Cetrons
more kelpish.
Yeah.
You could take a bunch of these and kind of link them together and do something interesting.
Yeah, I think there's some fun pieces being sprinkled throughout these sets. So.
Yes. Another one that they pointed out on New Elementary was up on the upper left hand. There's sort of a magenta colored flower piece that appears to be new.
Yeah.
It's not like 2x2. It's smaller than that. It almost looks more like some of the looks like the size of like either the Fez hat piece or like the dome, like the BB-8 head piece. It might be something about that size, but appears to have some flower petals on the underside of it that are facing out there. So some nice new elements. I do like the portal thing as well. It looks like they're using one of those big Technic rings, maybe in pearl gold, and then it has again sort of a plastic snap-on thing on the back.
I think we're missing the biggest thing here, which is the little hand pieces for the figures.
The hand pieces was another one.
That's pretty wild. I didn't notice that until just now.
So it appears to be it's a bar connection on the end, and then it's a standard clip connection for the hand. But somebody also said that the outside of the hand was the same diameter as a candle piece. So you could
Interesting.
potentially link, two candle ends together to do a reversal in that way, and then have a bar sticking out. So you could do some interesting things with pipes now with that candle size diameter as opposed to the
Exactly.
1x1 round pipe diameter.
That would be a very useful dimension for that piece. But I'm also thinking for like less than like this is already looking a little bit off for some people, but imagine like, using those flesh colored hands on like some sort of brick built, homunculus
Yeah,
thing.
if you're trying to make something cursed, sure.
I'm looking forward to the mock potential in some of these
Yeah.
pieces already, so.
Nice new elements, but not in the most useful of colors there, being in bright green and light nougat if you were trying to do like pipes and things. But
Exactly.
This, I think, is a part that's going to prove to have a lot more usage moving forward, so I'm sure they'll start to release it in more colors.
They're going to expand upon that for sure.
Yeah. The
Let's
book also seems to have like a QR code inside it, so I don't know if there's going to be some sort of gimmick here. I don't know. But for $55,
That's a little more than I would expect for this size of build, but yeah. But
Joey, stop calling me.
we got a comment from Autumn, Fall Equinox here on YouTube. There's a QR code on the window that plays music.
Plays music.
So that's pretty
Okay,
cool.
Interesting.
That's pretty fun. I like that.
Music from Wicked or like...
I'm guessing from Wicked.
Yeah,
like
I don't know. Because Lego loves to make like knockoff music for stuff. Because they don't like getting the rights to the music, even when they get the rights to the movies. So like they released like a Nightmare Before Christmas video, and it had music that sounded an awful lot like the music, but was not the music.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, that's a whole separate rights issue.
Quick comments. We got Brick Jedi is here. Jolly Joe says that's weird. It looks like Bratz. So yeah, definitely on the same thought process there. Her sorting hat says sorting bin. Yeah, it might be that Scott Schiller. We'll never know. If I can get this set affordably, it will absolutely go in the sorting bin. But I mean, it'll be a fun build, I'm sure. Old Grey Bricks was talking about it, and we were trying to scan it. LOL. Oh yeah, at this angle, it'd be kind of hard to do. But, yeah. It'll be out soon enough. People will be able to scan that and hear the music. But I think there's 2 more sets we can talk about for Wicked really quick.
Yes.
We've got the looks like an opening book or package. Yeah, is it a chest?
Sure. Yeah.
Opening chest.
It's Glinda and Elphaba's dormitory, but yes, it's built into a sort of box with some large scale accessories.
Yes, this is definitely giving me the kind of Disney Princess fairy tale books vibe,
For sure,
so.
yeah.
But it's a little more detailed, so you got some good pieces, transparent elements again with the bottle up there. 4 different figures it looks like, so you could swap out their costumes.
Yes, yeah. They might just, I don't know, the head and the hair may be reused. They may just include the spare torso and legs or something.
Yeah,
unclear.
Well, I know there's at least one additional headgear for the Elphaba figure.
Well, yeah,
but
that's true.
hopefully it's not just you have to swap the head over each time. That would be super annoying. So.
Yeah, I don't know. But the face on the right looks the same on both.
They do.
Yeah,
they look exactly
Unclear.
the same.
Anyway, $70 for this one. You can also sort of see in this one that new flower piece is being used on the left side, both in the lamp. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. In that picture. So on the far left, there's a little table lamp that's using it. So it appears to be on one of those, stud with the bar pieces. So I'm guessing it's an anti-stud on the back of it. And then there's a rose on the table to the right of that next to a mirror attached to one of those like 45-degree bar with studs. So again, probably confirming that it's an anti-stud on the back of it.
Yeah, and definitely would say that based on around the room, it seems like there's some trans yellow ones up in the top there.
Oh yeah, that may be the same part.
So I think that's the same part because that doesn't look like a one-by-one plate to me. So
cool.
A couple different sizes and colors there. So nice.
Yeah, very nice. Nice new parts.
Yeah, little bits within the set that we may not necessarily otherwise want to get. But,
yeah.
Moving on, we've got this isn't the Wizard of Oz's castle, is it?
No, this is Welcome to Emerald City.
Gotcha. So.
But all from Wicked, nothing from original Wizard of Oz. But I think Wizard of Oz fans are still going to appreciate this and maybe be able to adapt it and do something interesting with it.
Yeah, a few changes, and I feel like this could easily be adapted for that. Yeah.
I don't know what Wizomania is, but that doesn't sound good.
You've never been to Wizomania?
No, I don't think so.
Well, there's a QR code you could almost scan if it wasn't slightly obscured.
Close, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see this picture here, Danny. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
I mean, that is.
I don't think I have that one on the one I'm looking at.
Yeah. That is pretty darn close.
Yeah.
But the figures look pretty cool. There's a bunch of them in this set. You got the green outfit, couple on the left. You got some other additional characters and outfits and details and accessories. So, And more of those trans green leaves and a few other pieces besides.
Yep,
so.
lots of trans green leaves. Looks like we've got some trans green 2x2 domes, sort of on the side of the structure. What else do we have that's interesting here? Looks like a couple new printed elements. Maybe there's like a 3x3 round on the top on the right. It could be a sticker as well. The stained glass I would really love if it was a print, but no guarantees on that.
Given that they've done window stickers before, I feel like that could be a sticker, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but it's
the
still
clear
cool.
ones just lead to bubbles and ripples and just other ugliness, but we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, easily doesn't look good if it's a sticker, but
yeah. The trans clear sort of tiara crown there on the Glinda figure is pretty cool.
Yes, nice details for sure.
Yeah.
What's the price point on this larger set?
This last one, the biggest one, is $100 for this one.
Seems about right to me.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, and then there's this giant face in the back. It looks like a giant kind of nougat face. Did you see that? That's pretty weird looking.
Ooh, creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I saw in the trailer for this one that I guess it's like the prototype for Oz. It's like a giant carved wooden
giant face
puppet thing. So I guess that's what that is.
I remember in the Lego trailer there was a giant minifig head. So that might have been what they were trying to. Interesting. So yeah, this I was originally very, very down on these sets, but I'm not so Red Hulk angry at them as I could be. So I'm
I guess it's not carved wood. It's sort of like a giant
bronze brass
head.
Yeah. That's pretty weird. And the Lego one doesn't quite look like the one from the the still images. So.
Yeah, I mean these the ones I'm looking at are from the actual musical. I'm not seeing a picture of the one from the movie trailer. I'd have to go back and watch it.
Interesting. But yeah, so the Wicked sets now available for pre-order. I think they'll ship October. So
Sounds right.
Keep an eye out for those.
Yes, October 1st.
Yeah. Sounds good. And that's we got one other new set. This isn't as easy to access as these Wicked sets will be, but there's the Pegasus set we were sort of excited about earlier from Creator.
Yeah, I remember when we got the rumor and we got the name of it, and then I was like, hold up. It's a Creator set, and it's got
like a couple hundred pieces, yeah.
Yeah, this one doesn't show it, but I remember the rumor said that it only had a few hundred pieces, and then I think we even looked up the last, let's see, this is the Pegasus. We looked up the Creator Unicorn set, and we're like, okay, this is almost identical parts count. I'm sure this is going to look about the same, and lo and behold, it basically looks like a recolor of the same set.
Slightly modified version of the Unicorn.
Little adapted, but same basic Creator style, so.
And
nothing to get super excited about.
The source I pulled this from said it was a gift with purchase as well, which is just an added insult to injury.
Lego GWP from August 19th.
So this is getting me more into Red Hulk mode. I don't like this.
We're going to get a lot of these traded in.
I don't like this. The potential with such a theme is just, it could look really cool. I don't know, it's just very miniaturized and simple, so. Oh, well, this is the morning break where we get all of our griping out on these stupid Lego sets. Oh, I hate them. I'm going to buy them all. Anyway, what other Lego news do we have, Jenna, that we want to talk about?
Let's see. What else do we have? Go and do the Harry Potter one.
Let's scroll down to that.
This is one that we had a rumor for, that we were going to be getting another Borgin and Burkes, which I was really excited about because I have a soft spot for that old set from, what is it, like 2002 or 3?
Yeah.
And they haven't remade it since, and so I was hoping for a little bit more of a, enclosed shop in that size, but it did have a very limited parts count, so we do now know that this is going to be a gift with purchase. I would assume likely going to be tied at least to the release of the large Burrow set, if not exclusively tied to it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's not exclusive, because I would still like to get one, even though this is not quite what I was hoping for. But I think there are some really interesting things in here. So we've got a handful of skulls on the left side that might be glow in the dark, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
That new worm gear piece appearing in the first ever secondary color in sand green. Historically, they've only showed up in light bluish gray so far. So getting that in green, I think visually is a cool way to represent the Flu Network.
Yep.
And I think by twisting that knob, he is going to zip up pretty quickly because it's a very steep corkscrew on that worm gear. So I think it's going to be effective. I've seen people either kind of loving or hating that idea as a play feature, but I think it's going to work all right.
Yeah.
Compared to previous iterations of it, where it usually just kind of flips over the back or something.
Now, what is that handle piece that you're going to be spinning at the top? I don't recognize that element.
That is an existing Technic piece.
Okay.
It was sort of a replacement for an older piece that was. It has something to do with like Technic transmissions and gear
Gotcha.
shifters or something. It's like a clutch engagement or piece or something. But that was a modern replacement for it that has been used as a decorative element a number of times.
It looks like a chimney, so it works great for this little set. So,
Yeah, I think it looks good.
And you got Mr. Malfoy there as well. So
Yeah, still no. I'm still waiting for us to get a really cool new mold for Malfoy's wand/cane with like that snake head on it.
Oh yes.
I'm still holding out. Every time they release a new figure of him, I'm disappointed that they have not done that yet. This being a gift with purchase makes sense. They wouldn't do a new mold, but I'm still holding out hope for Malfoy Manor because that's going to be a really big set and could potentially have some space for a new mold.
They
So,
could fit that in Malfoy Manor.
I would love to see a cane with a little snake head on top.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like Harry Potter fans have had some good sets released for them the past couple years. They're not
I mean,
starving.
even if they do just a standard bar piece, and then they make a little snake head with like a stud that can go on top of
Like
it,
Ninjago.
they could use that in Ninjago and anything else.
Oh, yeah.
So I think they could totally do that. Just a little stud with like the snake head like coming off of it. You could stick that down on a black lightsaber blade, and call it a day.
You know, they could totally make some fabric skirts for the clone troopers too, but they just don't.
Yeah, well, okay.
Sorry.
Well, so I'll talk about this
I'm
for a little
messing.
while. Garrett and I attended a talk at Brick Fair, Virginia,
Oh, really?
that was by Daniel Kostansky, I think is his last name. He's an
Mm-hmm.
editor for Blocks magazine, and I'm assuming he's gotten some inside information from Lego. But he was doing a whole talk about Lego from concept to production, and explaining a lot of the ways that things work in terms of how they get new molds, how they get new prints and stickers and things, what the limitations are on why they do and don't make those decisions, which I found fascinating. And so the whole thing with new molds is they operate within a system called frames. So every theme is like allocated a certain number of frames for how many new molds they're allowed to produce. And so it's sort of like a one in, one out system. So if you want to make a new mold for something, you got to get right in the middle of my story, Chris, huh? This better be important.
I knew you were
It's not.
talking. All right, listen. So Steven doesn't like the barrage idea for tank battles. With the
Not
Well,
for full season.
we
I don't-
could-
I don't
we
Can we
think
show
it's
it
a
off?
good
Can we
idea.
show the crossbow?
Well, they're
Um,
kind of in the middle of something.
Can we do it later?
Here, how about this? We'll call you in a second once we're done with Daniel's monologue. That sound good?
Ooh, let me tune in and watch this. Jeez.
Oh my gosh, go
This is
go
gonna
get
be
it,
better
go get
than the
it.
Australian
We'll tell you when
breakdancing
we'll
in
tell
the
you when to come
Olympics.
back.
All right. We'll be right back, Chris.
Anyway, so the thing with new molds was there's a certain allocation for new molds for certain themes and certain sets and so on and so on. But what was interesting was they in the design house they will like post what new molds they're working on a board at the entrance, so the people working for different themes who don't really interact as much as you might think can see what other themes are working on, and they could like get together to collaborate on it and say, we could share a frame for this new mold.
Or
So
do something
if
different.
Ninjago and Harry Potter, could get together, they could probably make something like that work.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for the insight, Daniel. Sorry we interrupted your thoughts
No,
there.
it's fine. It was an hour-long talk. I could talk about it all day. There was some
Let's-
really fascinating
Let's
information.
go through the last little bit of Lego news. This isn't anything new as far as pictures, but there is some excitement here. You've got Gremlins and what's the name of this?
Goonies.
Goonies, that's the one.
Yes.
Goonies. Gremlins and Goonies, some classic movies now approved on Lego Ideas. And I guess that the picture here is the one that was approved. If not, I'd be surprised. But
Yes. So we had some Lego Ideas sets get confirmed recently with the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I'm blanking on what the other one was. It was
watch
something-
last week's episode
It was
to figure out
something
what the
weird.
other
It
one
was something weird that I didn't care about, and so I've
Yes.
clearly thrown it out of my memory. So I was kind of surprised to see this, but then I remembered that I believe these were both submissions to that 80s contest,
Mhm.
which happened a while ago, but I think there was an issue with the voting on one of them, and they had to like redo the vote.
Oh.
So I believe these are the two things that have gotten through from that contest.
Gotcha.
So
Very
I think
cool.
these are going to be really interesting the way that they do that. Hopefully they don't drastically scale these down too bad and kind of ruin
Yeah.
the designs. I could see the Gremlin getting scaled down quite a bit.
This is not going to be that bad.
The ship is that's certainly not going to look like that.
I can
But
tell you right now, that's a little too big for the set. But they made a really nice Durmstrang ship recently, so it's like
Yeah.
they can make it
Yeah.
cool
they
and
can do
still
it.
be small.
They can do it, and it's probably going to have about half this many minifigures.
Yes,
But we'll see.
They're not gonna have
We'll see.
everyone.
We'll hold out hope.
Now, the last piece of news I had was tank battles related, but is there anything else we can talk about before we call back Chris and Steven to talk about that?
Let's see. We covered Morgan and Burks. Okay, so there was just a little bit of extra info for the buildable Marvel logo. The rumor came out a while ago. So the minifigures that are confirmed for that are there's going to be an Iron Man. There's going to be a first Avengers Captain America. There's going to be a Thor. There's going to be a Scarlet Witch. There's going to be a Bruce Banner. So most of the Avengers, but not Hawkeye for some reason. So he got the boot. And then it said maybe Nick Fury. So
Maybe Nick
not
Fury.
sure if that's true or not. We'll have to wait and see. But doesn't sound like we'll be getting any super cool, Stan Lee or anything.
Yeah, nothing too exclusive. Okay.
Yeah.
Morgan says, Daniel, an extended video about the Lego talk would be great. So.
Yeah, it was a really interesting thing. I wish he would publish it somewhere, but I think some of the either information he's got or some of the pictures that he's obtained are things that he's not allowed to share outside of those kinds of talks. Because I did email him asking if I could at least get a copy of the slides, and he said he's not allowed to share them. So
Shucks.
wasn't able to get that. But
Quick comment from Morgan again. He said, I saw a rumor about a buildable chopper. Did we talk about that last week, or was that this week?
I believe that's an older rumor. I don't think
Yeah.
we have any new information on that. We may have talked about that.
I don't remember seeing any pictures, but yeah, I also saw that, Morgan.
Anything new.
So definitely keep your eye on the radar for that. Separate from the smaller chopper, I believe, the one that's included in
the droid pack.
droid
with,
yeah. Now, some people again would like that one, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's go talk about tank battles, but let me quickly grab.
Here, Steven's right there. Flag him down.
David. All right,
No, missed him.
I'll get him. Just talk for a second, Daniel.
All right. What can I talk about for a second? Just me, myself, and I. Nope, he's back.
I'm back.
I didn't talk about anything. I spent all that time thinking about what I should talk about.
You couldn't even
I just
say.
went, I don't know. What should I talk about?
All right. So I've got some cool logos we can show while they start to come here, but there they come. All right. So we have some. We posted on social media this morning on Instagram and
Interruption was
Facebook.
not my idea, for the record. All of it.
Did you even load it? You didn't load it.
You didn't want
How
to.
are you gonna show it off if it's not loaded?
Here, let's have a look here, Stephen.
Oh, wait, are you guys still recording?
Yeah, we're still live.
Oh, okay. How's it going?
We were
So-
just trying to finish the news and stuff.
Exactly. So this is one of the power-ups that can be purchased on the live stream for tank battles. Is that right?
Correct.
Yes.
So, and this is one of the more grand ones. I think there's other
Yeah.
cool ones that are like movement-based or turning things or all sorts of stuff. We just posted that on all of our social medias: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You can read up more on that later, and also sponsorships for each team, which is very exciting because we'll be doing tank battles pretty seriously moving forward. But I wanted to ask, like, Mouster had a question about sponsorships. Are they going to be able to just do that only during the live streams? Yeah, that's nice. Only during the live streams, or are we going to have sponsorships available on the website too that they can buy separately, like when we're not streaming?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And we will do that.
Sounds good. We'll have
Yeah.
probably a separate area on the Tank Battles
Yeah.
page we can update with that information. But so keep an eye out for all that. That's going to be tomorrow at 4 is the beginning of the season. I'm
Season
super
opener.
excited. But this is the CrossFit one is actually fun because you can hit a bunch of stuff, but normally it's like one or two guys will fall over, and it just seems like it would do a lot.
Or there's a 50-50 chance you
Yeah.
can take a tank out.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've done a lot of testing with this. Where the contention is there's two things here that I would like to discuss.
Yeah.
All right, so Steven does not like this idea.
No, I got my reasons too.
Okay.
Not just
Go ahead,
being
what are your-
funny.
go ahead,
Would you
what are your
like to
reasons?
share
Okay,
your
let's,
argument?
first of all,
discuss it.
the fun part of tank battles is that you're firing from your tank's position. That's what makes it hard.
Yeah.
Okay. This is anywhere you want,
No, no,
at
no,
any
no, no.
height.
From behind your line.
It's a
behind
specific.
your
It's a
line, but,
specific
like-
spot behind
Okay,
your.
so what is that? What does that mean? Like, how far are we talking here? Like, are you gonna sit? We're gonna measure.
It's like 10 feet away.
10 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you have to do it from the opposite side of the table from the person you're shooting. at.
Opposite side of the table.
And
You
it's-
did not say that.
Whoever pays for it
Mhm.
gets
to
to
pick.
choose where you
I knew
shoot.
that. I knew
Yeah.
that. I don't know. It didn't feel like part of the tank battles game. But if it's going to be from the opposite side of the table, then I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. We'll try it.
We'll iron out the details later.
I didn't know that.
In testing, it works pretty well, Steven. I think you'll be pretty relaxed about it once you see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rather than have a positive outlook on it, he shut my idea down.
No, you asked my opinion. I said
we'll iron out
Shot it down, Chris? Is that
You didn't sell it for the fact that it's on the. Daniel has now explained it's on the other side of the table. And I'll
We'll
hold you
talk
guys
about
to
it
that.
later, Steven. What else do we got?
Here's the other problem here. Okay, and it's not a problem. I'll concede to Steven with this any day he wants.
Mhm.
Mark, who invented tank battles?
I'm pretty sure that was you,
Who
Chris.
made up?
but I'm
Who
not-
made up all the rules?
No, I played the first game. You weren't there, Chris. No, seriously, it was a birthday party thing we did back like 8 years ago, and I made the first tanks for it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I
Anyway,
started it.
that's getting way past my memory.
Well,
so.
anyway.
But I do,
What other power ups we got?
I do like this crossbow of the gods, though, shooting down an airstrike on other teams. I think it'll be
If
fun.
I'm outvoted, I'll play along.
Anyway, some things to look forward to. I didn't get Chris's logo in time to show it on the stream here, but we've got a couple cool logos we can show off for you guys. This is Daniel and Joe's team,
Yeah.
which I think is the coolest
Oh,
logo.
that looks so
That is
good.
sweet.
Dull
good
Goldur
job.
Dragons.
Well done, Daniel. That's
Yeah,
a
It
good
looks
one.
like a real logo.
That is Joe and I. Yeah, we made that look like a. I
Daniel.
tried to make it look like a real sports team logo.
How much time did you
How
spend
much
working on that
seriously,
logo?
How much time you spent on that?
I
A
don't
few
know.
minutes? Yeah.
No, half. I
Half
mean,
a day?
with all of the exporting files and messing around and doing revisions.
Whatever time you spent was well worth it.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's cool.
I would say so.
Then here's Steven and Alex's logo. This is the
Oh,
Galactic Griefers logo, which is kind of a take on
The
classic
Galactic what?
space. Galactic Griefers.
Okay, got it.
And
How do you spell that?
yeah, it's
GG.
Okay.
GG
Yeah,
for
okay,
short.
there you go.
But
Get
yeah,
briefed.
classic space logo with classic pirate skull mixed in there. It's pretty fun. So.
Nice.
And then you've also got Guncraft, which
That's
is
the best one.
Mark and
That's the
Harrison,
best
Steve,
one.
me, and Harrison. And I'm a big fan of this one because, I mean, we look really buff. We just are going to show up all oiled up and just really mess with you guys.
Huh?
It's
yeah.
gonna
I
get
hope
all
not.
it's gonna get all
Yeah, let's
slippery
keep it
and
PG.
Ooh, look, I can look.
Next.
I'm looking through Jar Jar's eyes.
and then Chris also has a very cool logo, which unfortunately I just didn't get transferred to the computer in time to do the
Oh
stream.
gosh!
But,
Wow, somebody
it's-
didn't get
it's
their logo in
Bionicle
time.
and kind of Mandalorian vibes going on, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's the best one, but it's the best for last. And
Well, it's got
it's
Bionicle
actually
in it,
top
so yeah, it's gonna
secret.
be the
If
best.
you want to
It's got
see it,
Bionicle.
you gotta wait till tomorrow night.
There you
exactly. Alrighty. Well, look forward to Tank Battles tomorrow at 4 p.m. That's going to be the biggest, grandest ever. We'll have like 5 cameras set up. It'll be great.
Can we show this off?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
Harrison's tank. He's working on it.
Harrison coming in clutch. Look
He's
at
still
that.
working on it, but this is. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna work on the
That
guns
is
a little.
fun.
Yeah. So
Great
that's
job,
Minecraft themed tank, which is a gas, of course.
Yep.
So it's
Very
really
cool.
fun.
Base.
Very
That's
cool.
really
Yeah,
cool.
the base.
Get the
is
lava
nice.
base underneath.
That is fun. Good job, Harrison.
Yep.
So very cool. Yep. And Harrison should be there, but there's a chance that school will keep him busy, in which case we'll have Ethan fill in as his backup. So.
Okay.
But that's all the news for tank battles we had. The last thing we
I'll
had
get back
show
to
and
work.
show and tell from you.
Yeah,
Daniel,
I brought
right?
one
So-
little show and tell to round us out for today. What is that? Get that out of here.
Get
That's,
it-
that's
Hey,
not
Daniel.
that's not appropriate for
Not
TV.
appropriate.
Show and tell. So this was something I. There we go. All right, we're back. That was strange. Anyway, so for show and tell this week, I brought something that I picked up in Brick Fair, Virginia this year. This is the Lego Factory Space Skulls set. This is one I've been looking for a little while.
Yes.
And,
Signed by Mark Sandlin.
I was gonna say, if you know, you know. This is designed by a now friend of mine, Mark Sandlin, a fellow Peach Lug member, as well as Old Gray Bricks host and a number of other things. So I'll still need to get my hands on a copy of Star Justice at some point,
Yep.
which was designed by another good fan of the channel, Fazoom, or Chris Giddens. And I'll probably have to get Mark to sign this.
Yes.
now that I
Nice
now that I
signature
have
right up
one.
here or over here somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Since I know him and see him every now and then, that shouldn't be too hard to do.
Exactly. No. Excellent show and tell, Daniel. I'm very jealous, especially a nice sealed one like
Do you
that.
have one of these?
No, I don't have
Do you
either
have one
of
of
them.
really
No.
interesting?
I don't even have a figure or piece from that set. Oh, maybe the pieces. but-
At one point, I picked up one of the 2x2 tiles with the skull sticker on
Nice.
it. So I have one of those somewhere that I was gonna try and like incorporate into New Hashima or something.
Yes, Morgan. It is sealed.
It's
so that's
sealed,
pretty
yep,
cool. Yeah.
yep.
They're just hard to find. They're not like outrageously
They're not
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah.
I bought this for less than it retailed for.
Really?
Yes.
That's insane. Yeah.
The guy had a Star Justice the day before, and I did not get it. That one was a little more. I don't really know why. I think the Bricklink price guide is just a little weird on these. But 2008. I mean, that's
A while ago
that's
now.
pretty old now. Yeah.
Anyway.
16 years old.
I think that's. I don't have any show and tell other than the Thanos gauntlet, which was in the thumbnail. I'm probably
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
buy this later actually because of the gold pieces. But I think that's about it for today, isn't it? Right, Daniel? Is that it?
I think so. I think that's gonna do it. I
All
believe
right.
we got all of our news. We got our Lego lives. We got our show and tell.
Very good.
Yep. I think we're good.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please check out Tank Battles tomorrow at 4 p.m. It's going to be a great time. Lots of competitive
Season opening.
battling happening. It'll
Bring
be
your peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
so much fun. Yes. I might be sponsoring a team or two, so we'll
Okay,
see.
there you go.
Get my Instagram handle on some of those signs in the
Oh
battlefield.
yeah.
It'll be pretty
We'll
fun.
have more information with all the different power-ups and things you can buy. We'll probably put together like a menu style graphic where
Yeah.
you can sort of more easily digest that information.
Exactly. You can watch the previous 3 preseason games right now on our channel. Just look up
Yes.
the live streams in the past and you'll
See how the
them.
teams are stacking up.
Exactly. That's it for today, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. See you next time.